Hi friends, today's lesson is for Module 4, Lesson 18. Our learning goal for today says, I can tell about unknown addends if I know the total amount. Ooh, there's that fancy word right there, addends. Go ahead and say that. Addends. Good job. Now, addends are just the numbers you're adding together. So for us, normally that's the parts, right? The two parts that make the whole amount. Okay, so we've been using the parts to find the unknown total. But today we're going to make up our own problems. That's right, friends. Today you're going to be the boss of these numbers. And boy, oh boy, do I love to be in charge. Do you like being the boss? You do? Oh, good, perfect. All right, so let me show you how we're going to figure out the unknown addends and be the boss of these number sentences today. Okay, so the other day I went on a trip. I was going to go on a cruise and I had to take an airplane. And as I was standing in the airport, they made an announcement. They said, "Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we only have room for a few more suitcases on the plane." Well, obviously I was a little concerned, of course. And there were 8 suitcases still sitting on the tarmac. That's like the outside of the plane. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, all of the suitcases would eventually get to their destination, but they could only fit some on the airplane, and then some had to stay at the airport until a later flight. So let's see. They went around and they decided, oh, we're going to grab these 3. These 3 suitcases can fit on the airplane. So if there were 3 on the airplane, how many were left over? Good. Yeah, you can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 left on the at the airport. Okay, perfect. So see, I just had 8 and I just broke them up into like my own parts. I just made up my own story, right? So what would be a number sentence we could do to show what we just did? Let's start with the number of suitcases that made it on the plane. How many made it on the plane, friend? Perfect. 3. And then we're going to add in the other part, which were the part of the suitcases that were left at the airport, which is 5. So we'd say plus 5. And then that would make our grand total the 8 that we started with, right? See, I started with 8 and I broke it up into my own parts. I broke it up into 3 and 5. Uh-oh, they just made an announcement. Ugh, they took all the suitcases back off the airplane because they realized they could fit more on there. All right, so there's the same airplane. And how many suitcases do I still have sitting there, friends? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have 8. Did I add any suitcases? Nope. I'm just going to break them into a new part. So they said they could fit more. So, okay, how about we put 4 on the airplane? And then 4 will wait for later. What would our number sentences look like now, friends? We had 8. We broke them up into 2 parts. We have 4 on the airplane and 4 still at the airport. How about you press pause and go get a dry erase board and a marker? We're going to write this number sentence together, okay? Okay, do you have your materials? Perfect. Okay, so let's start with the number that actually made it onto the airplane. How many made it on the airplane? Good, go ahead and write that on your board. Yeah, it was 4. 4 made it on the airplane. Now, the other part of that group of suitcases are the ones that were left at the airport. And how many were left at the airport? 4. That's a fun way to break up 8. All right, so we can say 4 plus that other part, so 4 plus 4. Can you finish that number sentence? What would it say? 4 plus 4 equals what? Great job. Yeah, 4 plus 4 equals 8. Remember, we started out with 8, so like we're breaking it up into like our own amount, and so that 8's not going to really change. We're just moving the parts around. Oh, what? Oh, they just made another announcement. They found more room on the plane. Oh, get organized, airport, please. Hopefully my suitcase makes it on. Okay, so they had more room. So they put all of the suitcases back in the airport. How many are there again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 suitcases. And now they're going to move some more to the plane. So let's see. Oh, whoa. That's a lot of suitcases on the airplane now. All right, go ahead and count. How many suitcases made it onto the airplane? And then go ahead, I want you on that dry erase board, erase your old number sentence because we're going to write a new one. All right, did you count those suitcases that made it on the plane? Okay, so let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did you get 7, friend? Excellent. Go ahead and write that number on your dry erase board. All right, can you add in the other part? You know, the suitcase that was left at the airport? What would that look like? Go ahead and write a number sentence, or finish the number sentence. Good job. +1. Yeah, only 1 was left over. Hey, they found a lot of room on there. And that equals how many? Finish that number sentence, friends. 7 plus 1 equals, write it down. Okay, ready to check yourself? I said equals 8. Yeah, see, I just like had a whole amount and I broke it up in any way that I want. First, I started by breaking up by taking out a part of 3, then I took out a part of 4, and now I took out a part of 7. The thing is, when you have the whole amount and you're given a story that doesn't really give you the details, you got to make up the details yourself. And our details can look totally different. Every time we moved around the suitcases into different like ways, we came up with different number sentences. Do you agree? Yeah, totally. All right, so here we go. Today, we are going to be making up the add-ins if we know the whole amount. All right, so here are a whole bunch of gentlemen, and they are trying to get on that bus. They need to go to Cincinnati, so they have to take a long bus ride, and not everyone can fit on the bus because the bus is kind of small. So let's see. I could like really, I know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I know there's 8 gentlemen, and I get to pick how many are going to go on that bus. Now, you might pick differently, and that's okay. Because we can break them our add-ins, or we can break up our whole group into different parts to make those add-ins any way we want, as long as we keep the whole amount the same. But for me, I'm looking around and I'm going to pick these 3 gentlemen to go because I looked at the bus and there were 3 empty windows. 1, 2, 3. So I thought, those fellows would like a window seat. All right, now I want to make a number sentence that shows the 3 guys that get on and the 5 that have to wait for the next bus. So on your dry erase board, what would you write? How would you start that number sentence? I mean, I would start with the group that I'm letting get on the bus. So what would you write? Yeah, go ahead and write it. Ooh, did you say 3? And what would you add in? 3 plus, what was the other part? Those fellows that had to stay behind. How many are there? Go ahead and count them if you need to. Great. 3 plus 5. Excellent. Finish that number sentence. Equals what? 3 plus 5 equals what? Yeah, 8. I didn't even change the amount that I had. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or I could count my 5 group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Do you see how I just like made up the group that gets to go? It's because I'm the boss today. Super fun. All right, erase your board, friend. All right. Then I love going to baseball games. So I went to a baseball game and it was against the Tampa Bay Rays and the Red Sox. And I have to say, I am a #1 Red Sox fan. It's okay if you like other teams, that's fine, but I love the Red Sox. Well, on this day, one of the teams caught 2 of the balls and the other team caught 6. All right, so one team bought 2 and the other team got 6. And then they had 8 catches altogether. So I'm going to go ahead and show that. I know there were 8 catches altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because there are 8 balls in the glove. But I'm going to go ahead and show that the Tampa Bay Rays only caught 2 of them. And that means the Red Sox caught how many? Yes, 6. Go Red Sox. All right, so perfect. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and make that into a number sentence. So what was the first part that I circled? Good job, 2. And then what would I add to that? 2 plus what? Good job, yeah, 6. That's the other part in my glove. And that equals, good job, 8, because that's what I started with. Now maybe, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be a Red Sox fan, but maybe you're not a Red Sox fan. And you, don't even say that you're a Yankees fan, but maybe you are. That's okay. All right, so maybe you're a Yankees fan and you wanted to do this problem a little bit differently. Go ahead and press pause. What could you say? I said the Tampa Bay Rays only caught 2 balls, but the Red Sox caught 6 for a total of 8 balls caught. I want you to press pause and tell whoever's sitting next to you, tell them a story about like your favorite baseball team catching more balls than maybe another team you don't like. Press pause while I do that and then press play. Okay, did you share a good story? Was yours the same as mine, 2 plus 6, or was it a little bit different? Ooh, I love that it was different. Yeah, because you can cut those balls into different parts, right? I could have said 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have circled 4 and said 4 plus 4. Maybe the Yankees, caught 4 balls and the Red Sox caught 4, so they were even. Or maybe I did 5 and 3 or 1 and 7. Oh my goodness, you can do it in different ways, right? Because the great thing is today we're the boss. Because our learning goal said, I can tell about unknown add-ins if I know the total amount. And that's exactly what we did. You did fantastic, friends. So now it's your turn. For your seesaw video, you're going to see all of these basketballs, and they're going to be making some baskets to get some points, okay? Now, not all of the basketballs went into the hoop. So some went in and some did not. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What I would like you to do right now on your dry erase board is draw those 8 basketballs. A quick way to draw them is just 8 circles, okay? Then, like I did in the other problems, I want you to go ahead and circle a part and write a number sentence that matches that good story that you did, where like some circle the ones that went into the hoop and then leave the ones that didn't go in the hoop not in the circle. And then write a number sentence to match it. So I can see those good unknown add-ins, all right? All right, good luck, friends.